Welcome to Coombe & Curry Trading Cards podcast, where collecting meets the game.
Live. We're live. Podcast vendors are back. Sixth episode now, I think. Is that right?
That's right, yeah. Sixth, yeah. Welcome, yeah.
Six,
Game
yeah.
on.
Incredible, really. An early segue here, because into the listeners and the socials, I can't believe that the numbers are still going up. So we were looking at like just Apple alone is like 411 listens or something like that. So people still listening to us after 5 episodes, which is good. More than I could have actually hoped for when we started it.
Yeah, obviously, you see the Apple side, I see the Spotify side. So I think it's about 200 plays Spotify side, but if you think of the bigger picture, it's like 200 plays over 5 episodes. It's just to know that people, 30 odd people a week are listening to, or more, platforms.
Yeah.
What's that?
Us drivel on.
Yeah, just waffle on, talking about hobbies and trading cards, and yeah, love it. Long may it continue.
Yeah, and then the YouTube side's picking up as well, which is quite cool because obviously you get the footage, and that's where you get to see the JSN shirt that I'm wearing today, which you see usually in the background. But I thought I'll stick that on. Number 11 there.
Really nice actually. When did you get that then? When was that bought?
That I actually got in Seattle.
Oh, right.
So I'd had one before, but it's like the football now. They have these different versions of the kit, don't they? Like player worn, stadium worn, and all this, and the sizes vary. So I actually bought this while I was there. Fits a treat actually.
Yeah, looks lovely. Can I ask how much RRP in US dollars, maybe?
I don't know. I could tell you in shekels, boy, but I don't know about dollars. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. No idea. But I got it from. I actually where the stadium is, they've got like the main megastore, but opposite they've got all the. I wouldn't say knockoff Nigel shops. They're like just a different sports shop.
Right. Okay.
And I think actually it was exactly the same price. So I don't think there's a difference. But I got it from one of those on the trip. So that is fresh from Seattle.
That leads me on to when I went to Benfica, went to Lisbon a few years back. Did a stadium tour, went into a club shop, and was going to buy a Nunes shirt.
Yeah.
Before he went to Liverpool. It was just before he was sold. Now it was around 120 euros for the shirt and his name on the back. And then there was a shop opposite the megastore, like literally in the same vicinity, under the same roof. And it was like, essentially like it looked like it was a market store. Like they were all like, there was no Adidas on any of it. Just like classic Benfica badges, no sponsors. I just thought that was really strange. Usually they integrate it into one mega store.
Close them down, don't they? Like don't want to take the business. Do you remember? Do you know the very route Coombe & Curry trading cards, Coombe & Curry sports cards started with? Going back to year 10 at school, do you remember Coombe & Curry Industries?
I do remember.
It's funny what fate throws up, isn't it? Going back to those days when we first said about Coombe & Curry jukeboxes.
Yeah, I remember. Going around Italy on a coach, school kids.
Buying all those fake football shirts because my suitcase didn't turn up.
That is a story.
Inter Milan and AC Milan shirts all week.
Well, funny you talk about hooky shirts because for people listening, I'm actually wearing a Liverpool third shirt, or is it the away shirt?
Yeah, I think it's away, isn't it? Yeah,
the away and the black one, third one. Yeah.
Alternative one, let's say.
Yeah, so I bought all three, home, away, and third, off an
unnamed source.
Off an unnamed source, which took a few weeks to arrive. So I'll let you be the judge of where that's come from.
Monkey Harry.
I bought all three. They've all got names on the back. All got like the sponsors. Literally
Yeah.
spot on. Got my little girl this one with Paloma 1 on the back.
Yeah, love that.
All
Yeah.
How much do you reckon? All in all total.
60 quid.
Yeah, just under.
Oh, really?
Just under 60 quid. Now, if you were to
Yeah,
buy
you wouldn't
this
you wouldn't even get one from the mega store for that, would you?
or the hooky one.
Yeah, and I'm not in any way insinuating there is anything untoward going on, but good job.
No. A potential statement for next week. Anyway.
Yeah, and a fine shirt it is. A fine shirt it is.
Thank you very much.
What do you think? What do you think about the new ones? Because there's a lot of praise, I think, isn't there, for the Adidas shirts?
Yeah. So for Liverpool, I mean, the Adidas relationship's always been
Synonymous.
Right? Oh, yeah, exactly. For the more I guess from like the 70s onwards, right? And it's just a classic. I've always loved Adidas, probably because of Liverpool as well. But and now taking on to Oasis last week as well. Oh, this week, sorry. But yeah, I think the kit, and I had a look at some of the training gear and some of the sort of lifestyle range, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's all super cool, super nice.
Yeah.
Classic, really good. With like the trefoil Adidas logo, like the retro one. That's really cool.
But yeah, they've dropped the actual Adidas, haven't they? So you've just got the free. I think that looks really good. I don't know why something so simple just makes it look a lot better from my point of view. But I think the home kit's nice. The away kit's pretty cool. But I'm looking for. I know it's not officially released, but that the rumour, the leaked third kit looks pretty nice in green.
Is that like the greeny, like turquoise one?
Yeah, that's it. I'm not usually a fan of green, but I think that's a nice. Oh, here it is.
Well, for the listeners at home, we have special guest Scott Curry has just entered the room, or the studio, should I say?
The studio, yeah.
We good?
How are you doing?
Excuse me if you can hear some music in the background. I'm in the gym.
Don't excuse that. Yeah, that's commitment. That commitment, live from the gym.
Commitment to the cap as well. Martin didn't get the memo.
Yeah, didn't get the memo, did he? Yeah.
What have we got in there? I can't see. It's Puma.
Yeah, like that a lot.
BT, what you got on?
Seahawks, mate. Blackout.
Obviously.
Straight into like collection stuff. I feel like it's a bit of a pick and mix.
So Yankees, yeah.
Yeah, bit of a chaotic collection of things.
Yeah, definitely.
Aren't they all?
That's it. We're just chatting about Liverpool's new kit at the minute, Scott.
Yeah, okay, I see that. Launched yesterday, is that right?
Yeah, something like that. It's 1st of August, wasn't it? Because there's that weird deal through COVID. But I think it was, the 1st of August. But it's not been a secret, really, has it? It's been leaked. I don't know how these things get out, but we knew what it was going to look like.
It's the world of social media, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
I think
exactly.
People know what the kit's are going to look like before the club does, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's it. 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll probably design it off some of these, like, what they call them, like concept designs that people put out. But some of them are nicer than the actual kits, aren't they?
Yeah, some of them are decent.
Yeah. Well, yeah, funny you should say about, or funny I should say about these unnamed websites that I've purchased some shirts off of.
Monkey Harris.
Yeah.
Got a website now, has he?
They were on this website like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I think. I remember seeing them on there, and I was like, imagine if it's wrong. Like if I buy it and it's not exactly, they've changed the design or something, but they must, someone somewhere must have.
But they're usually spot on as well. That's what amazes me. Like, you get some geezer in the middle of nowhere, he says, "Oh, this is Liverpool's new kit," and I'm looking at it going, "Yeah, bullshit." And then like a month later, it's the same kit.
It reminds me of those. Do you remember when you went on the school trip, Martin, to Italy? I think, and you brought back
second time that's been brought up on this podcast.
You might have been on that as well, Mr. Coombe. Yeah.
Yep.
A plethora of Roma, home, away, Italy.
Yeah.
Kits.
Adriano.
That's just it. Yeah.
Well, that was it. Yeah. Obviously, we brought this up slightly just before you came on. That we were in year 10, went to Italy, and BC's suitcase ended up in Rio de Janeiro, didn't it?
God knows where, mate. It was at home waiting for me. That's all I know.
Well, then from that though, you got like compensation, didn't you? Compensation money for them losing your suitcase.
Took them to the cleaners.
Spent it all on fake football shirts.
No thanks to the school as well. I think they gave me about 3 pairs of boxers while I was there and said I can turn them inside out. Yeah, we'll get away with that these days. A couple of fake football shirts, you'll be all right. On your go, boy.
I remember having a couple of Roma ones. I had got a Japan one, I think, with Nakata, Hidetoshi Nakata on the back. What a player!
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, good.
It's a variation of names as well, weren't there?
But like, you look at them fake shirts, like now, they're so poor. Like, I mean, they look like, I don't know. It's quite hard to describe, isn't it? Because they've got no sponsors, no nothing.
Well, they were poor, but we never had access at that age, maybe, to those things. So I was thinking about this on my way in. Then you go on like a family holiday to Spain or a Spanish island, and you'd see those shops with all the kits hanging up, and you're like, "That's a Real Betis shirt," like, or like that's a Valladolid away kit. Like, I've never seen this stuff, so just to be able to get in front of it and like have the option to buy that thing, or even just a Messi shirt, you didn't have access to it over here. When like 20 years ago, maybe you did, but we were just unaware of it. But being in front of those kits you'd only ever seen on TV, or like Football Italia on a Sunday morning or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're like, you didn't really care about the quality. You just I suppose it comes down to being part of a different thing, doesn't it? Like, if I get that shirt and take it back home, like there'll be a conversation around.
Yeah, it's like, different as well, isn't it?
Yeah, completely different. You're then part of something else. So that's what always interested me, even if it was just a pair of shorts or socks that you got from like the newsagents that was down the corner from the hotel, sort of thing. You took sort of pride in wearing this new badge, didn't you? This new and that probably would lead me into the whole NFL stuff. I was saying to Martin as well, like Tom Hanks' Big. That film where he's in the Giants jumper, that to me was like my first ever exposure to like,
I love that.
That NFL stuff. So you're like, I want to be part of that thing. And then you got to find your research in the most random places, and it tended to be like American films, didn't it? Home Alone, The Goonies, that sort of stuff. Where you're like, well, 100%. They collect these American cards, and like they've got them in plastic cases, and they're like shrines. And we don't do that with sticker albums. Like, we took our swaps into school, and we maybe held a bit of like a shiny, like. That's worth at least 3 or 4. It was a whole economy. But I remember there being an American sports shop on Western Road. I don't know if you remember that, Martin. It was open for like 2 days. That's what it feels like. But do you remember I had that massive Converse sticker in the window?
Yeah.
At home. They just used to give away loads of big stickers at the front desk.
And draw in the crowds. We love
draw people in, probably, But they had boxes of stickers and cards. You didn't really know what you were buying, but you're like, I've seen this stuff and I want to be part of it.
But what you
don't
what
know
you
any
said
of
there,
the players. Say again.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, what you said there about the fashion and the clothes and stuff like that, that's massive. And I think even more so over here, I say over here, I'm in New Zealand, but I'm in the UK, that draws you in. And it's funny because this is unintentional, and we didn't plan for it, but when we talked about the fake kits for legal reasons, that was well over a decade ago. We've moved on.
They might not have been fake. They might not have been fake as well.
There you go. We didn't know. So, but the fashion side of it draws you in. So, like you said, in Spain, when you see them other kits, and it's a bit like the unknown and stuff that you haven't got access to. I think with a lot of people here, like with the NFL and stuff like that, you see a lot of. I think at the minute you see a lot of dolphins and stuff like that.
Yeah,
some nice
which is a brand,
dolphins
isn't it?
Merch. Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
it's massive.
And that gets people hooked.
You can go into H&M in Eastbourne and you can buy a Dolphins jumper, can't you?
Yeah.
And people, and again, I think it's people just liking the idea that they tap into that like American scene. They couldn't name you one player. but they like it because they would have seen it in Ace Ventura, right?
Yeah.
That was all. So again, American film and TV. You're like, oh, the
Dan Marino.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Dan Marino and like, oh, what does quarterback mean? Oh, right, okay. And you start to get interested in it that way around.
So, on that note, slight confession here. This is a bit embarrassing, hitting an all-time low. But me and Emma have been watching the current series of Love Island. That's taken a nosedive, isn't it?
That's rude.
But there's a couple of contestants, whatever they're called, on there that have been wearing like this. One of them, she had a lovely New York Giants jumper on the other day, and I was like, I love that. But the type of people that watch that, no offense to those people, me, but they'll be all over that. So they'll see that jumper and that, and ironically, if that sparks an interest, then that's great. And I think a lot of people in the UK, where it's not the norm, will see that and want to get involved and perhaps watch it. So you're definitely right what you're saying there. I'm down to 10% on the battery.
Do you need to
failure to preparing to fail?
Get off your Love Island app and get your phone charged.
Yeah, I'll address that.
Yeah, stop voting.
But just before we, because this is really good chat. I like it. But I just wanted to say as well, just a quick update on the socials. Instagram and Martin, I've been looking at TikTok's been just going through the roof. Interactions amazing. People are getting more involved, and there's like more interaction with people now. But the numbers are going high. And one thing we said before this that I want to just get out there is just reiterating why we're doing this, because we've started now to push the Facebook, which we didn't do before. That's a bit neglected. But I've been speaking to some people over here. I've been speaking to Nick from last week's guest, and I just want to be clear on, we're new to the hobby, we're new to collecting and stuff like that. And in the UK and in New Zealand, we want to be part of that, and we're so into it that's why we're doing the podcast. And the more people that talk to us, the more people that give us feedback, like yourself, Scott, you're coming on because there's. This brings up a lot of nostalgia, and everything's linked, I think, to nostalgia and stuff like that.
Massively. I think it's the biggest. I actually think it's the biggest driver. The nostalgic side of thing, I think, is the biggest. Otherwise, you wouldn't be that bothered about it.
100%.
You'd arguably be doing like new things, but actually, you want to collect stuff because you want to remember stuff and reflect back on it. Yeah, and then I think you've touched on it in previous podcasts, that everyone's got their own way of doing this and starting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'll
got their own reasons, right?
Yeah. Just going to stop you there a sec. I just unplugged my mic.
Yeah.
And it's just come up with. You notice the recording says it's gone to 20 seconds.
It's all good. My end.
What's yours saying?
18 minutes.
Sweet. We can edit that. Me talking.
Mine says 11 minutes 20.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah. Obviously, I've got the record in mind, so it's fine, mate. Don't worry.
Cool. Sorry, Scott. Carry on. Well, rudely interrupted.
You're all good, bud.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's linked to nostalgia, and that's why you collect what you collect, and through the years because of that interest. But I just wanted to make sure.
If you were to look at the data as well, like the older the card, say, just take cards for example, the more valuable it probably is because it's not made anymore. People want it. It's like art, isn't it? So I was at an art gallery yesterday, and I was thinking about this and collections and stuff. And obviously, in a gallery, artwork is curated and put up, but it all has a value, and that value is based on what someone will want to pay at Sotheby's auction. Something could go up, and it goes like you were mentioning that card that went for $500,000 the other day. It's only worth what people will pay for it, and the more rare a thing is, more people want to get hold of it, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but that's we spoke about that previously. When you look at like the serial numbered cards, the autos and stuff like that, it's a driving factor. So when you, as a novice, one thing I found interesting is you get like older collectors or people that have been in the game like a long time, or the hobby, and they criticise like people that might want to come in to flip cards to make money and stuff like that. But for me, people can collect and they can essentially do what they want. And I've always found that side of it interesting, because those same people, you want the rare cards, because and it's, I don't know if the right word, it's all intrinsically linked, isn't it? Because if you, the rarer the card, the higher the value. And that's what makes the card more special, unique, or that's why you chase it. That's why you want it in your collection. So ultimately, you can like me, you like anyone, you're going to see a nice card, and you're going to be. It doesn't matter how many times it's been printed or how rare or how valuable it is. You like the card, so that's going to make up an element of your collecting.
There's also a value. There's also a value to things like your first card, or 100%. Like the one you got for a certain reason. So, like Ben, in the first podcast you did, you spoke about taking a card that was still there when you went back and you were drawn to it. It maybe didn't have a certain value or a serial number, but it holds a more of an emotional value.
100%. Like that's what started it.
Yeah, like a Premier League '94 sticker album. It's got very little value, but actually you'll remember that like Coventry player you got because it was the last one you needed, and you like swapped your pack of crisps for it, and there'll be a story behind it, won't there? So that in its own right like carries a value, an emotional value. For me, what I've noticed is I like, because everyone collects stuff. I was thinking about this morning as well. Like, even if you went into like someone's garden and they take pride in that, they collect plants, don't they, or flowers? It's still a collection. And like, I look at this, I think about this T-shirt, this Rodriguez New York Yankees T-shirt. I remember I had like $18 left at JFK Airport, and
love this.
I went into the newsagents, and there was like a Yankees annual thing for like $20. I didn't want to get any more money out, and this was like 18. So I was going to get rid of my dollars and buy that T-shirt that was too big, but it's washed down quite nicely. And I've got, like, if you talk about the Dolphins thing, I've got Dolphins T-shirts and like 49ers T-shirts, Giants T-shirts, New Orleans Saints T-shirts. Like, you don't realise actually that they form a collection, but just sort of out of not hoarding and not throwing away your stuff, but just because over time. Same with cards, I suppose. So especially when you get your boxes that you're doing now, like, you are going to get a volume, aren't you now?
Yeah, 100%.
Rather than just one, you're going to all of a sudden, rather than over a year picking up 20 cards in a day, you're going to pick up 100 cards. Do they have the same amount of value as the one or two cards that are a bit rough around the edges, you know, that you got secondhand in somewhere?
Yeah. But then I think collecting with cards and trading cards is like multifaceted, isn't it? Like you said, you've got the ones that the stories that the value to other people is irrelevant, and it's the story behind it. And then you've got your stuff where you want to get some high value stuff and things like that. And I think that's the interesting part. Is I feel that you know, one element, everyone's going to want that. You want the rare card, you want the low number card, you want the valuable card, and that just makes up a section. But the beauty of it is everything you said is absolutely spot on. Is that you, the nostalgia, the story behind it, and we go back to last week when we spoke about the tickets. You look at any of them gig tickets, and I think all of us, like, obviously from in our group, I think a lot of us saw Lemmy's originally, and we had our own ideas and we did it. But when you look at the frame that you create and you look at the gig ticket, bang, instantly you're like, I was with Martin and Huggins, and this happened on that day. It was funny. Yeah. You have a whole story.
And the badges, Martin, that you've got next to your record collection.
Yeah. So
and talking about stickers as well. Like, around the records, they always used to have a box of stickers in the till. You know, and you flick through, and no one was greedy. You didn't just grab them all, but you flick through, and you're like, oh, okay, there's a Killer sticker I haven't seen before. You don't do anything with it. You just add it to your collection in your box. And then 10 years later, like when me and you have looked through mine, Martin, you're like, oh yeah, that was that NME gig, that first NME gig at the down by the pavilion or whatever. The stickers are still in that bag with the ticket. And it's a collection, but it's up in the loft, like, not really doing anything.
It's all sort of linked, isn't it? Like, I've got next to my vinyls, I've got a box with obviously all the badges I put on a canvas, what do you call it? Almost like a big badge, a canvas badge, and I put all the badges on there one by one, so I can see them and I remember where I got them, or I remember that band that I never listened to, or I didn't like them, or whatever. And then I've got a Sainsbury's bag of stickers and leaflets and flyers from gigs
But
over
then,
the
like
years.
Isabel, she's 9 years old and she's interested in that stuff, and Nella's got to it. Paloma will be of an age soon where you're like, well, let's go and listen to that band. That this is collected for this reason for you. Yeah. These are these songs that mean something to me. Here are these records that are on display. So like we were talking about, like how the spines of things dress a room as well. So you can walk into a room. I always used to love my VHS videos and the spines in order. So they would have had a serial number. And I said to Martin the other day, I remember in HMV, I bought a Bruce Lee, all of the Bruce Lee films, and the spine formed a picture of him flexing. But you had to get all of the videos because you wanted to complete the picture. So then your records, like as soon as you walk into that room, if you didn't know you'd still walk in, see a big collection of things in the dust covers, and be like, right, I know who this person is. I know what they're about, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's funny you say that with the spines making that image of him flexing, because a lot of in the sports cards now they're doing stuff like letters of their names and things like that, so you can get like the same insert, and then if you collect them all, put them together, it makes the players' names. So that's a similar theme.
It's a clever way of getting you in, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I suppose in some way that was the Bruce Lee thing. So I have to get all of these. Yeah, and I remember getting the bus from Upper Lewis Road, where I worked, into town just to check if they'd had got them in. And I'd ask someone behind the till, and they'd be like, "Well, we can order them in for you," sort of thing. Like, imagine going into HMV and doing that now.
I know, yeah.
Order that video in for us. It's just not a thing anymore, is it?
No, exactly, yeah.
But then you go into HMV now and you see those like pop, like the little figures, and there's like whole walls of them. The kids are
Funko Pop or something,
all that stuff. So collecting is clearly still an intrinsic part of like the human psyche, or kids wanting to find an identity and be part of something. I think that's probably where it comes from.
Most people have collected something, haven't they? And like,
because it defines them, or it gives them a sense of purpose, or
But again, this is that's another probably unintentional link back to what we were, when I was saying about why we're doing what we're doing and stuff like that, because we get the likes of we're driven by sports cars and stuff like that, but we get likes of you on, Scott, who have got this history of collecting, and you've got obviously some really good views on it and stuff like that, and there's a lot of thought that goes into it. So that brings us back to what we were saying, is that we want to hear, like, having Nick on last week was amazing because he's a massive part of the community here, and you get to hear that side of it. But we want to hear from the likes of Nick, we want to hear from the likes of you and everyone else who can tell us about their collecting and stuff like that. And then it drives this conversation, and then you get to the root of, because one of the things that's fascinated me, which is a driver of why we're doing this, is why. I sound like bloody Meghan Markle now, but it is why, isn't it? Like, it triggers all these fascinating.
It's like, what is your why? What is your purpose? Yeah. It's not necessarily why do you do it.
We sound like all the young'uns now.
Me asking you, it's you asking yourself, isn't it? Like, what is my why? Yeah. What is my purpose? What am I doing this for? What am I investing?
What's the driver?
For? Yeah. You're going to have a conversation on a Sunday with your kids about it, aren't you? Like, or they're going to they're going to see something on TV and get interested in that you're going to support and underpin, and go out with them on a weekend to go and buy that Funko Pop toy thing that they like, and you might not like, but you enjoy their enjoyment from it. I think there's a big part of that.
We go down the. I took her into the card shop the other day, and we opened them in the card shop. So again,
the Disney ones.
Yeah, but I'm not forcing it. I'm just involving her in it. And what was nice is that actually, I'm taking it into the card shop. We're opening the cards in the card shop, and it's like getting involved in, like, you're doing something similar to me. You're collecting your thing. I'm collecting my thing. But she enjoys sorting the cards out now, and she looks for the little. There's like a little what do you call it, like logo on the bottom, which sort of like dictates its sort of rareness and stuff like that. And she's all over it, so she knows what she's looking for. And she's only 5.
It's amazing, and they'll see it on YouTube and stuff. Like Izzy just got a Labubu doll, given to her by a good friend of mine at the weekend, and she was checking the box for the QR code and if it had this, because she'd seen it on like review videos online.
Yeah.
Like she went to bed with it, she fell asleep with it, like she wouldn't let it go. And there's the start of like another collection.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though some of them go for like 800 quid and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you know? Going back a step here, we came in all guns blazing here, and this has been a class chat, but we've not actually, as far as I can remember, introduced you. So today's guest, or this week's guest, is none other than Scott Curry, Martin's brother. And I think when we spoke about you coming on, we wanted to, which we've gone straight into. So this couldn't have gone any better. But I think we wanted to know about what you were collecting when you were younger and stuff like that. And you, like, as I know anyway, you boys love football and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stickers and things like that. So just give us a little bit more of, what that was like when you were younger, going back to the Prem 94 and stuff like that. I mean, remember we did a Talia 90 video as well for media studies.
We did, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Mine goes back to like our dad, Martin. There was an Esso garage opposite the Sea Life Centre in Brighton, and they did, I think it was Italian 90. Might have been even earlier, might have been later, but they did England and Scotland squad coins. They were in these lovely little white Esso wrappers. I think it was an Esso garage. And so I remember them being around and collecting them. I remember having loads of Paul McStay ones for some reason. And I think Alex McLeish was probably in the squad as well, and like Terry Butcher and all those people. But at the time, you don't really realise you're collecting. You're buying into something that you're given.
Yeah.
And then I remember us going up to Scotland to see family. So you'd get a Premier League sticker album, but then you'd go up to Scotland and you'd go into an R.S. McColl's newsagents and realise that, of course, there's like a Scottish Premier League sticker album, but you're only up there for like a week or two. So you do your nuts on like boxes of stickers, swapping between us, like, and learning that side of things. And then like you go, at school, the whole swaps thing for Premier League sticker albums becomes its own little economy, and you don't really realise that you're learning value of staff and bartering, theft probably quite often, or like the value of like a pack of crisps.
But you know what your sticker's worth
and all that sort of stuff, or an arm wrestle or whatever, and having them
parents
wrapped
get involved as well.
Having them wrapped in an elastic band and stuff. Like I would never forget my swaps. I'd forget my lunchbox, my shoes, my school T-shirt, everything. But I definitely had, because they were like my currency.
Yeah.
And then what did it move into? It moved into, I think like seeing stuff on film, finding shops that maybe do those sorts of things. So like Space Jam, Michael Jordan, Air Jordan, seeing them in shops and being like, okay, so this is a basketball player that's also a film star, it's also on trainers. Like I never saw that in the Premier League. Didn't see like Tony Yeboah on a pair of like minor football boots or anything. But in America, it was like it didn't really have a cap, did it? It just like the stardom and stuff. So you just naturally wanted to be a part of it. I remember playing basketball down Hove Park court, rubbish, but I bought a basketball. Could never buy a basketball top. Couldn't find one of those. Then you started to find out about baseball, and NFL was where it really stuck for me. And like religiously now watching Red Zone on a Sunday at 6 o'clock all the way through to like can be midnight, and then you start to understand like time zones and all the rest of it. Picking up like players' autobiography books, which I've been really interested in. So the last thing I probably properly collected or took an interest in were the McFarlane NFL players, McFarlane, however I say it, NFL figures. I remember getting an Odell Beckham Jr. one of that catch he made, which was like the greatest catch of all time on the sideline as a touchdown, a one-handed one. Yeah. I think that was my first one, and then I got my brother-in-law I've forgotten his name. Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. Found him a Tom Brady figure. Yeah, and then I've probably got about 10 of them, I'd say. And I liked. Used to have to keep collecting. You just had to keep checking Amazon to see what new ones were in or where values were or something. And then watching over time the Odell Beckham Jr. one creeping up from a tenner to 150 quid because the next series had come out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like Martin with you with the Green Bay stuff. So yeah, collect. I've never been like an incessant collector or been to places where collections or groups of people that collect things are taking place, but I've always collected things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So like magazines and stuff like that. Martin with the NME, like magazines and stuff. It's got, like you said, it's got so many facets, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it can be so many different things. The card thing, that I remember going through the garage recently, and Martin, you were the same thing. We found all of those NBA cards in the plastic sheets, and again, they held a massive emotional value because I'd sort of forgotten about them. I didn't even remember that they were still around, and I could only name you a couple of players, but I think I mentioned to you the Penny Hardaway stuff and Orlando Magic. And I remember just being obsessed with Orlando Magic, and I think that's because the cards I got at the time, or the packs, were just washed with Orlando Magic stuff. So you were like, well, I've got most of the Orlando Magic stuff, so I'll buy into that franchise.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah,
so sorry, go on, Mark.
No, after you, mate. After you.
I was going to say on that then, right? So obviously, MC more with your football stuff, me with my NFL stuff at the minute, and the cards. Something that's a bit topical at the minute. So this week's been the National Card Show in America, in Chicago. So I've got a question for you boys, right? And you can both answer this based on your current situation with collecting, right? So let's say, for argument's sake, us three get a flight to Chicago. We land at the National, right? What's your strategy? What are you doing? Talk me through it. You arrive. What are you going to do? What's your first move?
I'll go first. Yeah, probably get a hot dog.
Do you know what? I thought coffee.
A couple of lagers, a couple of wet ones.
I thought find a coffee first.
A couple of Bud Lights and a hot dog. Yeah. And probably have a little. I'll do maybe a lap. Go around a lap, see what's on what's available, and then I did it at the Fanatic store. Did like a lap of it. Hannah was waiting. Did another. Went back to what I wanted to look at in depth. Probably would be the same strategy with that. Yeah, anything that I that piqued interest, I'd probably go back to. And then obviously not ever been to a card show, I can sort of understand how they work. Obviously they have sort of stalls and they sell memorabilia or cards. I'd look into obviously what I'm collecting at the moment, seeing if there's any Liverpool cards, ideally Gerrard. But if I'm in Chicago, probably looking at NFL, aren't we? Really, there probably won't be an awful amount.
No. I think they've got it all. Honestly,
there'll be some MLS cards, right? And that would be a whole new world that you'd be exposed to.
That's a good point. To be fair, I'm not actually looked into that.
Like a Gerrard LA Galaxy card.
Got them on the watch list on eBay.
Ibrahimovic, like all these European players that went across that were like absolute heroes. But for us, they were done, weren't they? In terms of their career, they're probably done. But they go to the MLS and then bang, and then their card off the side of that, you get there'll probably be some incredible cards.
I'll be straight on eBay after this. Gerrard in an LA. Yeah, I like that.
Already got some of them Gerrard LA Galaxy ones on the watch list on eBay. And I've actually got an LA Galaxy Gerrard shirt that my friend who works at a vintage store in Brighton, it came into the store, so they get like bulk secondhand like vintage or secondhand like sports gear. And as soon as it came in, she said, "Do you want this?" And I was like, "Yes, please."
God, so Gerrard LA Galaxy shirt is already classified as vintage.
Yeah. That was what 2014. I think he was at LA Galaxy around.
Went on to some great things after that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would go around, have a little look, go back, see if there's any Aaron Rodgers rookie cards.
Yeah.
And just speak to people, because a lot of the time, like now knowing what we know, a lot of people that are new to it were probably going quite blind and wouldn't barter and wouldn't really offer and go, "Oh wow, that's $100. I'll get it," when you could probably get
like me on day one in Seattle. How much is that? $85. Take my money.
Yeah, sold.
Would you take 100? Oh, that's fine. Take it.
So I'm actually I think that would be my sort of plan of action.
But I'd imagine it'd be quite overwhelming, like from what I've been listening to, because obviously for this I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, and I think that's why I wanted to emphasise the angle that we're coming at, because a lot of these guys, they're good to listen to, but they're so-called experts. I'd question
what defines an expert, because they've been doing it for a long time, or they've sold a certain amount of cards, or their collection's a certain value.
Yeah,
don't know.
That's a great question, because for those who can't see, you're giving it the old air quotes, because some of the stories are a bit dubious. You've got, I've got to be careful what I say here, because we want to be mixing with these people. We want to keep them on side. But one of them's telling the story, and this is a company or whatever that are charging people membership to give them advice, and it's about flipping. So we can turn $300 into $10,000 or whatever. But then this guy is telling a story about how he's allegedly been collecting for years and stuff like that, and he's been ripped off on eBay because he didn't do his due diligence. And I'm in my car and I'm listening to this podcast. I'm shouting at the radio, going, "And you're charging people for a premium membership, and you're the one that's trying to, So it's interesting, but amongst all these podcasts, you get a lot of views on what's going on at the National. What has been interesting is like the mistakes that people have made. So like even when I went to the card show in Wellington, that's nothing in terms of size compared to the National. I was a bit overwhelmed, to be honest, because I hadn't been to something like that. You've got all these tables and cards, and I'm like, that's why I wanted to ask you, because I feel we're 6-7 months in, and even there I felt overwhelmed. And I think some of the podcasts I've been listening to, they've been talking about, like, they'll go to a table, so walk round and they'll see, they might have made a list of what they're looking for. Then they see a card, they see like a nice version of it, and they might not, the guy that, they might not want to budge on the price. So then they walk round, and I heard a lot of similar stories where people have then forgotten where that was. So when they want to return to it later, they can't remember what booth they were at. So like one of the interesting tips was like, just write down where you saw things and write down information. So I think when I was talking, like with the strategy, I think having listened to that would be something I would do, because I know I'd get overwhelmed. I'd probably go to the first table and just buy the first Seahawks card.
Well, and also on that, there's only one of those cards, right? Presumably. So say if I saw an Eli Manning Giants quarterback card, and it was one of 10. There's probably only one of them in here. I'm not going to leave it for an hour.
That's it.
Come back to it, but I don't know. But I've never been to these things. So like Martin, it would probably be find a coffee, decaf oatmeal, white, probably something like that. If they do that, they definitely do that in Chicago.
Of course,
yeah. It probably would be overwhelming, wouldn't it? And you'd have to, like the whole expert thing. I think everyone's got their own. Like you could have no cards, but be an expert in it. So if I look at like art collection or art sales, you could work for Sotheby's selling artwork and have no artwork, but be an expert in values, be an expert. Knowledge. Yeah, have the contacts to have buyers and sellers. And then you'll have other people there that are purely in it because they want that card for their collection, and they're the other side of the spectrum. So they've got 1,000 cards. They're an expert. They knew when the card was printed, what season, where he was at, in terms of where that player was at in terms of their career. Yeah, that's his expertise. So it's a tricky one because it's such a wild, expansive discussion. I suppose you're expert in the thing you're interested in.
Yeah,
I agree that, isn't it? Like I'm an expert in the value of the card, but I'm not an expert in the cards in general, like what series they form or that sort of thing. Yeah, I could say I'm an expert in Panini FA Premier League sticker albums from '94, but it's only because I had them.
Mastermind.
It's only because I had them, you know.
That's it. But that's why you've got to respect everyone's the way anyone collects, or like
100%. So like Martin said, it would definitely be more about the conversation. Like you'd probably have some great conversation with some old boys who have got ridiculously old cards.
Yeah.
The baseballs in the plastic case that are signed, all that sort of stuff. Just lovely stuff to be around.
We'd be there for the stories, wouldn't we? You'd
100% be there for the stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it'd be hands up, wouldn't it? Like completely, what's the word? Vulnerable to your innocence and like youthful naivety. Just be like, I just like being around it, and I want to see what's here. And if something takes, so it'd be a Giants thing for me. If it was an old Giants card or book or signed piece of something, I'd be in for it. Just to be around that stuff that you've never had access to before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, stories is a great one, and I think we could go there with a list or a target of things you want to buy. But I think a lot of my time would be, now try and get a bit of content, obviously. But you go around, and I just enjoy talking to people and stuff like that. And you probably end up talking to a lot of people that are just there viewing it as well. So it wouldn't be like the vendors, because a massive amount of them are going to be trying to trade all the time. But I reckon you'd meet a lot of people wandering around, and you'd lose a lot of time just chatting and seeing what's going on. Obviously, trying to pick up the odd freebie and that. Not a problem.
Or they point you in the direction of something. So like, those guys over there are Giants experts, or those guys over there will know more about LA Galaxy than I do.
Yeah,
and you'd get pointed in the right direction, wouldn't you, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Coom, it's funny you say about making a note of where the cards are or where you've seen them, because I was at a car boot sale maybe a month or two ago, and I was in that exact position. Went back round, lost it. Don't know where it's gone. Can't remember the stall it's on. No. Laps and laps. I'll give up. Gone home.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably best to get, I don't know, maybe get a floor map.
Yeah.
Floor map. Yeah. Stick a post-it note on the side of the table.
Take the registration down. Yeah.
Start putting little deposits down, like taking options on stuff, like put $1 down on a card.
Like, slipping the vendor
give them your name and number. Like if anyone comes in for that card, give me a ring, and I'll be back over. I'll make a decision.
Funny enough, when I was in the shop the other day, I was chatting to the guy after Dom was on a few weeks ago, and I've gone through. He went through the singles boxes, and he gave me a load of cards, West Ham cards, and he said to me just in conversation that he's got a Jared Bowen auto coming in, and I thought, the good guy I am, trying to hook more people in. I've put that aside, secured it for Dom, so I'm going to bring that Jared Bowen. But again, like that's just the evidence how it escalates. Like he's buzzing, wasn't he? Like off us doing this and talking about it, and then I'm buzzing because he's buzzing, and then that's what happens. And like everyone's, I said out of the woodwork last week, but I don't think it's out of the woodwork. But a lot of people have been, what's the word? Inspired, encouraged, or whatever to talk about. Actually, we collect, and it's funny how many people actually are collectors, which is everything we've been speaking about. And like you said, Scott, that can be anything.
Yeah.
And it's amazing,
The
really.
principle,
So
the principle's the same thing, isn't it? It could be cars, could be coats, hats, trainers. The reasons are the same. It's probably about being part of something bigger than you, something new, something like overseas that you don't have access to here. I think the principle is probably the same.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
MC, we're going to move on to a regular discussion around mail days.
Yes, we
what
can.
have we had? What's coming up? Garage days, shop days, mail days, you name it.
Yeah, so
what's been happening?
I'll start with garage day. I haven't brought anything out of the garage, but I did spy something in the garage. SPL sticker album, as Scott mentioned earlier, that was in there alongside.
What year?
I want to say, I think it might have been 2003. Yeah, I didn't get it out.
One last thing on, not one last thing on collections at all, but it's on the garage thing. So Dad's obviously got a load of football shirts up in the loft, right?
Yeah.
And there's a box of a collection of shirts. And what was nice the other day is obviously the Lionesses were in the Euros final and won it, but both dug out 2 Italia 90 England shirts that we would have bought from Asda down the marina. I remember getting them. One of them is an actual Umbro top. The other one was part of a pyjama set. But I've got Isabel and Nella, 9 and 3, both in England Italia 90 shirts, watching the football. Then Izzy and Nella dig out some of the old Adidas and Admiral Ranger shirts, and they fit Izzy. So this collection that's sat in a box for 30 years, maybe. Yeah. Is she's now
active again?
They're now rocking. They're just walking around the house as if it's just whatever. And I'm like, I remember where I got those things from, and now my kids are wearing them, asking questions about them.
Full circle.
That's what it's about.
I'd love to see it.
It's on there's a picture on my Instagram of the pair of them outside in their shirts.
I see a lot of your Insta, Scott. You've got like a lot of support for the women's football and stuff like that. You see that quite regularly.
Yeah, it's really important. I think I've got 2 girls. They're both into football. You want them to, if you can see it, you can be it. Cliche stuff. I want them to be able to look up to. You're the same. Well, actually, we're all the same. We're all fathers and daughters, aren't we? And my 9-year-old, who is well into her football, is very, very competent, very good player. Being able to see these women in front of her having massive levels of success as the norm is really powerful. It's a really powerful thing. So I think and they've got their England sticker albums, Lionesses sticker albums.
Yeah,
which Nella loves. And what I found is some old dormant triggers in me where she wasn't at 3 years old. She wasn't quite lighting up the stickers properly, so they were in a bit wonky. So there was a bit of an education. There was a bit of like do's and don'ts, non-negotiables. I called them.
Yeah, negotiables.
Like let's take, if we're going to do it, like let's line up the corners, please. And the way she opened some of the sticker packs was a little bit careless. Yeah. But she is only 3, so I just didn't want the edges getting damaged. We know what I mean there. Do you remember when the stickers I think there was one season with the Premier League sticker albums where the team stickers were slightly taller than the other ones. So if you tore the top of the packet, there's always a risk of catching the top of the team.
2 parts. So you get like part 1 and part 2, and then you have to join them up.
Yeah, like the team photos. Yeah.
But they've got so I've been involved in women's football, and I think it's massively important for them to have role models, and to now see boys having Chloe Kelly as a role model, or Williamson as the England captain. They've got that on the back of their shirt. I think it's massive for them. It's massive for society, isn't it? It's I don't like the word equality because I think it gets thrown around quite a bit now. I think it's lost its way a little bit as a term, but they can see that level playing field. They can go, Izzy can go to school, play football with the boys rather than getting chucked in goal, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the opportunities are there.
Because the boys have seen it on TV as well. They're like, okay, England did win the Euros and the men didn't win the Euros. So does that mean the women are better than us? So I think the girls walk in with a bit of a swagger, which is quite interesting, quite funny.
Yeah. Times are changing. Have you got anything in the post, Mark?
Yes, sir. So obviously the box that you kindly sent over from NZ, I actually went through after last week's episode was recorded. A few of my favourites to pick out. Jordan Henderson Prism.
Nice.
I just love Henderson as a player for one, so that was a great one. The Van Dijk Phenom from New Adrenaline this season, which is really nice. Quite a cool card. Yeah, and obviously the one that you bought for me and you, the You'll Never Walk Alone Allison one was really nice as well. But obviously going through that, there was quite a lot to go through and unpack, so thank you so much for sending them over. I had like 5 plastic packed bags worth. One is for Huggins, but I haven't given it to him yet. I also bought a hanger box, a Topps flagship edition hanger box off TikTok shop, and it came on Friday, and I actually broke it yesterday. Now you get 35 cards, which is quite a lot, and the main card that I got out was this wonderful Federico Chiesa refractor. So it's black and white, like it's in his Juve kit, and it's numbered 75 to 150. Is there a name for that? I know bookmarks are 1 or 150. Is there straight down the middle? Is there a name for that, BC? There should be.
I like that. Straight down the middle. I love that.
A couple of good like Future Star, like pink refractors.
Yeah.
They're nice, but that was quite a nice box. They're really nice cards. I like the chrome ones, aren't they? They're the chrome style. Just like the standard edition, but they were really
shinies.
nice.
Let's just call them shinies.
Shinies. Yeah. Take it back.
Nostalgic term.
100%. So that's that.
Got need.
I bought not really boring. Bought a folder. Put some of my the cards I don't want to put into top loaders.
So that's a new box, a new binder. You're going hard now.
Yeah, and it's not gone unnoticed in the living room. And I'm still waiting for the delivery of my 2 Gerrard cards. You know, the Project 22 and the Premier League rookie card. So they should be with me early next week. Other than that, that's it, mate. What about you?
Yeah. So again, another slow mail day. I think I mentioned the Virgil van Dijk patch card, which had. It's funny actually because when I first saw the patch, I got it delivered. I was so excited about it. But I looked at the patch, and my first thought was, "Well, where's the patch?" Like you see the square, and it just looked like it was like a white backing. And then I got a light, and I'm like looking up inside it, and I could just see the red fabric, and I realised it's like part of the number from the back of the shirt.
Right.
But when I showed Emma, she said exactly the same thing. She went, "What happened to the patch?" And I started laughing. I was like, "That's exactly what I said when I saw it." I was like showing her. I was like, "Look, if you just look up there, you can see the bit of red fabric. It's like the number."
Right.
So that was a cool card. That was immaculate, as in the product. And number to 10. I can't remember what number it was, but that came. And then I had I was talking about getting the cards graded. I had my submission come back. So that was PCG 10, and then I had a few like autos and stuff that I just had in. Like when I said about the authentication.
Oh yes, that's what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the card. This is the famous card I mentioned about when Emma went into a break, and she got this absolute belter. Tried to charge her for the grading, but she's not having any of it.
So that's a pristine 10, yeah.
Well, this is what I was going to say. Yeah, like you noticed that. I was going to say, if you can see it, it's a pristine 10. Yeah, so
wow,
it's annoying because it it's a 10, 10, 10, 9.5. I thought it was a bit stingy of them, really. Should have given me that extra 0.5 and gone flawless. But like pristine though, love that. So I had those back, which has just increased my buzz for sending cards off to be graded. Like that in itself is an addiction. Just looking at the timeline, you know, like when it goes to the next phase of the quality check 1, I'm like, it's moved on a bit. But we're already talking about sending the girls because they got like this legendary, you know, like we're talking about the rarity, the legendary like Mufasa from Locana. So we're talking about sending them off, getting them graded so they can have like a graded card because like Lily's already fascinated about the cards in the slabs and stuff. So she keeps saying, we said we send it off. She's like, oh, does that mean it's going to be in like one of those things like yours? And I'm like, yeah. So next phase, yeah. So that's mail day. I've not had my stickers yet, which I thought I'd get Monday.
Oh yeah.
The Koeman Curry stickers, they've not come. Yeah. Mail day this week should be good because I've got my KCC break cards. Nick sent me a thing tonight, so he's sending them out tomorrow. So I should get them Tuesday. There's quite a bit in there, I think. Some rookies for Seahawks this year. So looking forward to getting that, and then I think it will go quiet for a bit. Yeah, I've definitely slowed it down now. I've got my collection established. Definitely looking to do more trades than spend. You know, try and use my inventory, as they say. But interestingly, talking about segues, going back to the start of the show, pushing the Facebook now. So I think what I want to encourage the listeners to do is join the Facebook, join the group, because I think, MC, we need to, you know, we want to look for a way to trade more. So you get these sales groups and stuff like that. But I think, you know, we're doing the podcast and stuff like that. But especially in the New Zealand space, is I want to create more chat and stuff around trades, knowing what people are collecting, almost flirting with the idea of a database or something, so you know what everyone's collecting. So when you get stuff, you can shift them on more, or you can have conversations. And I had a guy who messaged me tonight actually. He said he was a Seahawks collector, and I've seen his name a little bit, but my first reaction was, oh fuck, you know, another Seahawks guy is going to be getting in on the breaks. But then we were chatting, and he was a really cool guy. And what's interesting is the first instincts then to like help each other. So he's saying like, oh, what he's been collecting, and I said actually it's really good to know there's more Seahawks guys, because when I get cards, I can help him, and then you'll become familiar with what he's got, what he's holding, and then he'll know what I've got. So there's actually a buzz in actually helping each other, and that goes back to stickers and stuff like that, doesn't it? When you're at school, everyone's aware, and you said, Scott, it's like a little, what did you say? Like a little economy.
It's an economy, yeah. It's like a circular economy, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah, he's got number one, or he's got that one that you need, but be prepared to pay a bit because he knows you need it. So that's
exactly, yeah. You buy it on cheap and then sell it for more.
That's it.
But even last week when we opened that box and that Contours came out of Keon Coleman, straight away I was like, oh, my mate Nick Blinko's looking for that. And then Nick from KCC's like, right, send that to him. So there is also a buzz, like, and everyone knows kind of what everyone's collecting. So like people, I'm not the only one that knew this guy was trying to collect all the Contours cards. So then everyone's like, what ones do you need? And then everyone's looking out for that card. So that's another reason. Like we just want to contribute to the hobby now as well.
It'd be interesting. It would be interesting to take the idea of an art gallery, which is a collection of art, which is held in high regard, and has a bit of a sort of way. People think you have to behave a certain way in an art gallery, and stand in front of some art and go, "Oh yeah, I like brushstrokes," blah blah blah, whatever your opinion might be. But take the seriousness of an art gallery way, and have card displays.
Yeah,
that'd be really interesting. So like shush, like everyone's quiet, you're just going around like.
I like that.
The descriptions under the card and like they're just up on the wall in like held in the be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Especially in the UK, because I don't know if that would exist. Apart from like the Fanatics store, Martin, that you were at and stuff. Be quite interested, wouldn't it? As like a cult sort of art gallery, but for cards, collections of like American sports or whatever.
I think to an extent, some of the booths at like the National, for example, or Fanatics Fest have like stuff that's display only. You know, like that some of that stuff that might have been consigned or whatever. You know, like we were talking about Golden and stuff. I think they do that. Like they go to the National and you can go and consign with them, but they've also got stuff that's been consigned, which is there just to, you know, get people to look at. So it's like, you know, come to the booth because we've got this card, and while you're here, buy this or consign this. But I bet that works, because if you know there's something like, and that's the funny thing with cards, you know, like essentially they're just bits of cardboard, but when you get the history of it, the rarity of it, where it's come from, and even when it's been consigned, there's a story like how, you know, I see one funny enough on Golden where I'm trying to think what the card was, but it was a couple who were trying, I think they were paying for IVF or something, and were like getting low on money, and this guy pulls this card, sells it for like X amount of money, and he's saying like, we can now, you know, afford the next round or whatever it is and stuff like that. So even when you go and see that and you see it on telly or you see it on social media, if you can then go and see it, I don't know if people listen to this going, I don't know what the guy's talking about, but if you then go and see that card in the flesh and you link it to that story, it adds a bit more to what you see.
And like paid for, like he goes and takes the kid that born out of IVF in front of the card and paid for it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
like unbelievable stuff, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? In the future, like when it all goes to plan and the kid's grown up, and like that's
he or she's 10 years old, and she's like, by the way,
it wasn't for that card.
Daddy sold that card to pay for this.
For you,
here you are in front of it.
Yeah, I like it. There you go. You'll see that. You'll see that on display. Scott, I assume it was only bills and council tax for you in the mail this week, or no cards? Phone bill.
So what I did see in the post this week was that box you sent from New Zealand for Martin. I actually did see it come in. And there was a big part of me that wanted to take ownership of it and open it up.
Intercept it.
Get involved.
Yeah. Well, it says here it was delivered.
Yes.
Yeah. No, the only things for me in this collection again, but it's like the J. Hall clothes stuff. That guy, and if we just tip into fashion a little bit, he does really interesting collections of clothes that are short run. You know, once they're gone, they're done. And it definitely draws you in to wanting that stuff, or to be part of that thing. And there's an amazing story behind his stuff and the numbers that he uses and all that sort of stuff. So no, but it's just the boring stuff for me. No cards as of yet. Although I might start. I might start. Who knows where that starts?
Starts by
conversation.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, exactly. You'll be
find me a Giants card, and we're up and running.
Oh, I've got some Giants cards. Yeah, I'm going to bring. I'll tell you what,
or a Yankees card.
Yeah, I'm going to bring a ton back with me. I say I can't wait. Trying to draw Huggins in with the golf cards. the golf card correspondent. On that though, a little update with where we're going. Nice segue again. We have recruited Ben Huggins, HJ, as a permanent member of the Coombe and Curry podcast. So he's going to be our quiz master, not always in person like today, but he's going to be doing the quizzes, keep them interesting, keep them neutral, entertaining. So he's now a permanent fixture. And I have been talking to several parties, let's say, about some regular spots where they can bring updates on various things, products and things like that. So there are things in the, in the offing, in the works. So watch this space. Hopefully we can update you soon. What are we on to next? Plans for UK. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. When I come over, what we're doing, we're going to plan to go to Germany or something, see our German friends, and
go visit the German fan base, sign some memorabilia, some cards, probably. No. Look at maybe
some Cream and Curry 101s.
Oh, there's only one at the moment, boy, but there will be one when you go to Fanatics in London.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
right.
we're going to go
I think
with
more than one.
I can't wait for you. Well, first off, yeah, we're going to go to London. We're going to go to the Fanatics store, and BC's going to get his 101 card printed, and it's going to blow his mind. So yeah, we'll do like a day out in London, won't we? And then we're looking at Germany. We need to look at what card shows they've got over there, because that'd be really good to do that, and hopefully maybe tie in a Bundesliga game. That'd be good. And then
there's talk of a live podcast somewhere.
Oh yeah, so
getting some guests and stuff like.
Yeah, potentially a live podcast from Fiddler's Elbow Pub in Brighton, which is my friend's pub. He runs it, and also the name of our five-a-side team, who recently won Division 3 on the last day. So there is like a snug. There's a snug at the back. Potentially if we get in there like early or like in the middle of the day when it's a bit quieter, we can bring in live, get like a group of people in, do a couple of episodes, and that'll be fun. So lots in the works, but we just need to iron out some dates, don't we? Really.
Definitely.
And where we're going, because where else did we say? Is it Edgerton?
Yeah, we want to hit a card show. We talked about Edenbridge, didn't we?
Edenbridge, that's the one.
But I think we need to, like we were saying, we want to hear from people that are interested in what we're doing, and see if we can go and meet up with them, do a live podcast there. Like even the Germany thing, if we can get someone who's been listening who wants to host or be on it, then that'll be really cool as well. So we just want to do things that are a bit different.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously
keep bringing that fresh.
Yeah, especially when we've obviously started this being other ends of the world. So to get us together, I think I think we're spending a fair bit of time together. Sorry, Emma. Sorry, Hannah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We're living in each other's
family that have wanted to catch up with it. It turns into a business trip.
Pop over. I'll sort of bed out in the garage, boy. We'll be in there.
I'll take it. Not a problem. Shall we? On that note, then, this could be a shocker, and he could have stitched us up here. But I've been sent a quiz from the new quizmaster, Ben Huggins, and they are a series of voice clips. So we've had the first one where he sort of briefs us, and then I'm going in blind here. So we are essentially live. I have no idea what he said. He could be about to mug us off on our own podcast. But it's Huggins. I know it'll be done in good faith. So, Scott, you're involved in this. I don't know if you've got a writing instrument there in the gym.
I'll do my best. I'm on 6% battery on an old phone, which was at about 90% when I started this. So,
a Motorola.
It's a Motorola flip phone, that's it.
Yeah.
Right, it's because I've got Snake running in the background, draining the battery.
I'm going to play this. Let's just go with it. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm going to play the clip. Hopefully you can hear it, and we're just going to go follow the instruction. Here we go. First clip. Question number one.
How many goals did anyone points score or Rangers? How many goals did Rangers have?
Closest wins.
Which one of you got? I don't even know.
I'm going to say something like 258.
Oh, I've gone 150.
I'm actually going to go 273.
Right, I'm going to write these down. So BC, Scott, you've gone 258.
8, correct? Yeah.
And MC, what did you say? 175.
273. Bit off.
Yeah. Right, I guess we just go into the next question. Here we go.
We had a bit of a discussion on that. The answer is 355.
Oh, okay, I like what he's done there. Oh, hold on. So that's 1 point to Scott then.
What do you mean?
5.
Here we go. Oh yeah, I see. Yep, sorry. Got
Thank
that
you.
wrong. MC, well done.
Thank you.
Right, moving on. Here we go.
Question, a Liverpool question, but ones that people, can guess. So this one is a Liverpool-themed question, although not relating to Liverpool FC.
I was waffling a bit, didn't
Nine airlines fly from Liverpool's John Lennon Airport.
That's a classic Huggins.
So, I think that's probably fair. So, you get a point if you get 2 out of 3, and a bonus point if you get all 3.
Right. Which 3 airlines? Right, I've got.
It's going to be Ryanair, isn't it?
Oh, that's a shout, yeah.
Going to be a link up with our.
Oh, I like that. It's got to be EasyJet. They definitely fly. Yeah. Jet 2.
Do you know what?
Jet 2. Yeah.
British
I'm going to go
Airways.
EasyJet, Jet 2, BA.
Yeah, I'm going British Airways,
Ryanair,
and yeah, probably what's got Aer Lingus, is it,
EasyJet?
or Air Ireland or whatever. Yeah, one of them ones. Irish Air.
The answer to question 2, the airlines, EasyJet, Ryanair, and very well done if you got this one, Jet 2.
Ooh. So we got. I got 2 out of 3. Scott, what'd you say? Gone.
Oh,
He's
no.
gone. The battery's dead. Oh, no.
I think he would leave.
It's a 2-horse race.
I think he's still there because I think he would drop out otherwise. Do you know what I mean? Or go back to just me and you. Anyway, I think he went he went Aer Lingus, Ryanair, and EasyJet. Scott did.
Yeah, I can't even remember what he said now. Should we just move on to the next question?
Yeah.
I think
I
think the answer was EasyJet, Jet 2. Yeah, let's move on. Here we go.
The answer to question 3, and that's a bit more than I thought, actually. I did have a go at my own quiz, and I guessed quite a bit under this, but the answer to question 3 might favour him a bit more. Scott or Mark, I don't know really, but let's give this a go. Question 3. How many people, as of the 2024 census, live in New Zealand? So both islands and any islands off of New Zealand. New Zealand as a whole. How many people live in New Zealand as of 2024?
Yeah. Oh. What are you saying?
I'm really bad at populations. I'm going to go, I don't know, 250,000?
Nah, it's more than that, boy.
1 million.
I know what million it's in, but I don't know. I'm going to go 5.5 mil. That'll give you a clue.
Wow.
5.5.
Okay. Go on then.
I know London's about 8 million, isn't it?
Is it?
I think London alone is about 8 million. But I'm 95% sure it's 5-point-something million that live in New Zealand. So I'll give you a clue. So I've gone 5.5.
I'll go.
I'm going to go one above or one below, aren't you?
I'll go 4. Exactly 4.
What? 5.4?
No, 4 million.
Well, I just said to you it's in the 5 millions.
Oh, right. Sorry. 5.3. 5.3. There we go. 5.3.
Good. Yeah. 5.3. Here we go.
And this is why we need a quiz home. How much?
Hold on.
The answer to question 3, and it's a bit more than I thought, actually. I did have a go at my own quiz, and I guessed quite a bit under this, but the answer is 5.2.
Ah, I've been robbed. Been absolutely robbed. I think that puts you. Do you know what, MC? I'm bored of this quiz.
Yeah.
I think we should. Yeah. I think good format. I think we need to work on it a little bit with HJ. Because the WhatsApp thing rolls on, doesn't it? So I don't know where I am. I'm confused. I could do with some spacings, like where he goes like question number 1. I think we've lost the punters here as well.
Yeah, we'll move on.
We'll move on. And I think we have more than covered out what we plan to talk about. And I think this has been a really good chat, to be fair.
Really
Scott
enjoyed
coming
it.
all guns blazing, and
thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, really good to get my brother on and speak to someone obviously close to my collection, I guess, growing up. So we really thank him for coming on. Obviously, lost him due to battery loss, but it's great to have him on.
Yeah. All suffering with battery issues tonight. Professional as we are.
Yep.
No one's ever heard of a plug socket. But yeah, I think to reiterate, we just want people to follow us on Insta, TikTok, get on the Facebook page, get on the Facebook group, because there will be stuff coming. We're pinning some New Zealand sales, some UK sales permanently to that group as well. So that's constantly open. So it will only be updated monthly. I forgot something we haven't spoke about. We've just updated the playlist. So give that a listen. But Oasis. How was it?
Well, phenomenal. One word, phenomenal. Hands down the best gig I've ever been to. Still sort of getting over it, actually. The energy in Wembley Stadium was something else. It was a great day. We did a lot. We went around London.
Nostalgia as well.
Yeah, went to the pop-up store on Carnaby Street. Got like the debut album on a limited edition, tour only vinyl. Got a program, and then I bought a long sleeved Adidas t-shirt, and I also wanted to buy one of the football shirts, but they were sold out everywhere. So Adidas and Oasis has done a collaboration and released like a big collection. So it was amazing, unbelievable. Which has led me to go back onto eBay and try and get these Oasis trading cards. Do you remember me telling you this? I can't remember when I was telling you. But When they reformed, there was a company that designed like these really cool, like sort of AAA backstage passes, limited edition, numbered, like some of the band's plectrums in a card and all this. And I think the boxes were like £100. I've seen a couple on there for £100, so tempted. But overall, unbelievable. Yeah,
nice. Glad. It's I think all the reviews have been good as well, haven't they? Like, and even over here, that's all people are talking about, because they're coming to like Australia, aren't they? I think they're playing Melbourne, amongst other places. So decent. No, I'm not going, boy. No, they're not coming to New Zealand, and I'm not. I love Oasis, and I've seen High Flying Birds, and what's the other one called? Forgot.
Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, what was it? What are they called?
Oh, BDI.
BDI, yeah. I've seen BDI twice actually in Noel Gallagher, and I'd go and see it if it's here, but I'm not bothered.
Too far.
But although that said, one of my things was, wow, would it be the same? Getting old and stuff like that, but everyone's now I'm sort of regretting it a little bit, because everyone's raving about it.
Yeah, I've had a few friends said exactly the same, but it was amazing, honestly, so good.
Yeah, hopefully they get the bug for it. I've heard there might be some new dates and stuff added. There's talk of it, isn't there?
Yeah, rumours of next year. Yeah, rumours of a tour.
Yeah, so they've probably got the bug for it now, haven't they?
God,
Again.
Yeah. God, yeah.
I think that's it. Anything to add, MC?
No, just obviously the Topps Premier League announcement for next season.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we spoke about that in our WhatsApp group about, they're releasing like diamond rookie cards.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with collecting Topps next year. I think I'll veer away from Match Attack.
Yeah. They look good.
So, looking forward to that. That gets released, I think, next week, I think, in the UK anyway. I
saw a picture today with the new Liverpool with the new Adidas kit. I was like, that's amazing. Like, it's only come out 2 days ago.
So the Topps design, I saw a post about it. The Topps design for this year's Premier League is a sort of a throwback to the design they did in 2007 to 2008 season. So the design is very similar. It's like a little own to that. So it looks cool. Looking forward to getting into Morrison's and clearing up.
So as it stands, you're thinking that that's your bag for this coming season?
I think so. I think since I've started collecting, Topps has been my preferred route of getting cards. So I think I'll go with them this year.
Yeah. I think I'll keep an eye open again for the Liverpool stuff, but I think for me, NFL, I love Phoenix, the Phoenix stuff at the minute. Nick at KCC listed another break for Phoenix hobby box, so tempted. And the optic stuff later in the year, but I think I was thinking about this because I think we were speaking about it about like the favourite products and stuff like that, and a lot of us talk about that. But they do it for, or they did for this year for like the Premier League, but like that Mosaic. Big fan of that. Big fan of Phoenix and Optic. And as I mentioned before, there's the Obsidian stuff, and I just saw, I think it's this week or last week, the Obsidian football came out. But it seemed to be like a lot of I haven't looked at the checklist, but I think it was more like football on the whole. So there's quite a range of stuff you could get, which I think if I was going to collect a bit more actively in the football or soccer, football, whatever, it would be more that stuff, because the Premier League, like I said to you before, I can't think of anything worse than having Man United cards or whatever in my collection. But Obsidian though, such a good product. Whether it's football or soccer. But the cards are so nice. And that card there, that's Obsidian.
Yeah, they're really nice.
And they're just really nice products. I think the Mosaic, the Prism stuff comes out late. I think that's a lot later, towards the end of the season. Something that Nick might be able to confirm from KCC, because this will be like the first since I've been collecting, transition into the next season, the next cycle. So I came into it late in theory, in the cycle. So looking forward to Obsidian, looking forward to Mosaic, Prism. But I think I'm just going to go. Seahawks have got Jalen Milroe QB this year, so I'm going to try and go hard on him. I've seen some nice stuff in the Elite, which is out at the minute. What's frustrating about that though, the price has gone up for the breaks for Seahawks, because obviously you've got some decent rookies. But I think I've been in 3 Elite breaks, and I'm only getting base cards. I'm not seeing, but on eBay I'm seeing some really nice Jalen Milroe stuff, some autos and things like that. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But I might not get too involved with that this year and just wait till later on when the other stuff comes out that I'm really keen on. But same strategy for me. Just going to focus on those rookies for Seahawks, I think. And this time round, going to buy less into the breaks for other stuff. Where I might have gone Bears, Broncos, Vikings, just to get the stuff to swap up. And I'm just going to go into what I want and really focus on that Seahawks collection.
Nice.
And hopefully that will leave me some spending money for the England trip, and
Happy
we
days,
can
boy.
break some boxes and stuff over there.
Oh yeah, that's the
plan, mate. That's the plan. Oh, mate, yeah, 100%. It's going to be absolute riot in there when we get in.
I have to shut the
Boxes
store
galore.
down.
I know. Coombe Curry sports cars are coming.
Little limousine.
But yeah, that's the plan. So, yeah. But that leaves me with one thing to say, and that is regards to your family.
Much regards to your family as well, BC.
I'll pass that on. And I think we have got to a nice point and over and out, yeah.
Yep, see you in the next one.
Week. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.